But then went into secondary school. So secondary school I had straight hair and I felt like everyone else, and it was pretty nice because got made fun of at school, not gonna lie. I mean, most of us do, I think. Unfortunately, it's just how we are as teenagers, because we all want to fit into something that we don't even know what we're fitting into. Gosh, that feels weird to say out loud, but that's what it really is in a way. But it felt good to not be made fun of for my hair, so I was like pretty happy about that. But my hair was always starting to thin out. So here's a picture of, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I was thinking when I had my hair like that in that school picture, but I was in year 7 and for some reason I thought it was really cool to just have the one strand. I don't know what I was thinking. Literally, I think I was probably thinking of the film Parent Trap. Oh my gosh, I was probably thinking of that film, and I would have just my hair in a long ponytail, and yeah, and that ponytail as well, as you can see, is kind of like sitting in one spot, didn't move. It was like hairsprayed. And over the time of having the relaxer, it was nice, but the hair was getting shorter and shorter and shorter. The hair was getting thinner and thinner and thinner as well because of the chemicals, and I didn't really take really good care of my hair back then because I was like, I got straight hair, it doesn't matter. That's how it is, isn't it? Didn't really think like, oh, I need to take good care of it properly. And yeah, the hair was just getting worse and worse. But during my time of having my hair relaxed, the amount of maintenance that I would try and do of making sure I kept it straight, that's the only maintenance that I focused on. I didn't really care about moisturising it. I was like, it has to be straight. Even winter times, oh my goodness, I just remembered this so well. I used to wake up sometimes half an hour earlier than I would need to, especially in the winter times, to just blow dry it and straighten it, because I knew how cold it was outside, but I knew like if I straighten it now, by the time I get to the bus stop and get on the bus, it will still be sort of semi-straight and it will look better than it did this morning. So I used to straighten my hair probably nearly every morning, especially during the winter, just to keep it straight. And when it rained, oh my goodness, I turned into a cat. Like, if I felt a drop, I'm like, what's that? I'm like, where did it come from? Where's the other one gonna come? And I would find shelter. I would even push people out the way. I didn't even care where they were going. I didn't care if they made them trip. Actually, I did care if they did make them trip. That's horrible. But still, I was like, hair is priority number 1, because like when you had your hair relaxed and straightened and water touched it, is all you hear, and you can even smell it as well, and then you just see the line of like straightness going, and you can see the frizz as well. Like any girl who is straightening their hair probably knows what I mean by that, because like then you're like, the whole look's gone, that's it, done, why did I even bother? And like, literally, why did I even bother? It was so much hard work trying to keep the maintenance of having it straight, and yeah, just too much effort. So yeah, that was really it for high school for most of it, except once I started GCSEs, actually, it was around then, I was like, right, need to start making sure my hair's not knotty. And because it did get knotty quite a lot for some reason, it was really random. And one day I think I kept brushing it so much that I pulled so much out. It was quite scary. I was like, it was like this kind of size, and it was like, oh my god, what's happened? And when my mum did my hair, I think the week after that, she stopped straightening and she was like, Shayna. And I was like, hmm? What's happened here? I'm like, oh, what do you mean? And like my hair, like for an example, like this is how straight one bit was. And it was probably only this bit curly, but then some of my hair, like there was this small little chunk that was only up to here. Well, not small, it was probably like quite a big chunk. It was just literally to the point that it looks like I just cut a piece of my hair out. And my mum was like, oh my gosh, this is not good. And to the point that she said, like, we need to have this looked into. So we went to see my sister, and my sister will probably be watching this and she'll be like, oh, I remember this. And my sister even saw it and she was like, because they were like, gosh, because it probably would have taken about 3 years for my hair to grow back to that normal length. So my mum even said to me, like, you know what we'll have to do, seeing as you don't give a damn about your hair, we might have to just shave it all off. And I'm, oh my god. When she said that to me, the tears that started to come out, I was like, she said, like, just complete big chop. I really just was like, no, we can't, I was like, can't. So my sister said, okay, like, she knew someone, and she, at the time I think she lived in London still, she knew of a hairdresser that she went to, and she was like, this woman will do it really well. It wouldn't be no relaxer, because relaxer was what literally ruined my hair. And she'll probably look into cutting it. And I was like, I'm not ready for this cut, not ready for it. So I think it was a week later, we had the appointment arranged. My sister dropped me off and I got my hair done. The woman's really, really good. She was so, so good. Like, she shampooed it. Oh my gosh, I love that feeling when you're in the hair salon and they go right in and you can feel it getting so, so clean. Oh, beautiful moment. She conditioned it, and I think she even deep conditioned it as well. Like, deep conditioning was something I didn't really know of until like hair salons, because hair salons are probably the only time I really had a proper deep conditioner. We would like, they would put the deep conditioner in and then put the cling film around my hair, and then like a little towel as well to stop the conditioner and water like rolling down, because it's to try and keep all the moisture in, and then go under the steamer. Love the steamer moment, because I'd be reading a book the whole time and would really feel the moisture just getting into your hair. And yeah, so had it deep conditioned, and then she'd blow dry it out, and she blow dried it out really, really well, to the point that it was almost really dead straight. But then she would go in again and straighten it, and she used like a hot comb first and then used the straightener, and that was it. And that's all she did, like, each time, and it came out so amazing. She even said, like, with this bit you could not cut your hair. And I thought about it, I was like, I need to change. I've never done anything amazing with my hair at that point, because except like the relaxer was like probably the furthest I ever been with amazing change of my hair, that I thought, you know what, let's cut it short. So, because my sister actually had it really short at one point, up to here, so my sister inspired me, that I was like, let's give it a go, because it looks a lot easier to maintain. It will make my hair look thicker and healthier. So that's what we did. So she chopped it all the way up to here, and I loved it. I actually loved my hair that short. It was so cool. And my mum was quite shocked when she saw me, because I was like, well, you wanted it cut? And she was like, She was like, very true. Oh gosh. Oh, that was funny, that moment. And she was actually quite proud of me for actually, I think, for actually listening to her, because from then on that point, I actually did start to take really good care of my hair. I forgot to say, when I was 16, I actually had extensions. I think we got the extensions for prom, which I'll show some pictures here, and loved it when I had it for prom because it made my hair, had long hair suddenly, and it kind of just changed my look completely, and I loved it. It was pretty nice to have that hair, and during my time of afterwards as well, in A-levels, I used to wear them almost every day for a period of time, and my gosh, it was nice at first, but by the end of the day I literally could not wait to get home to take them out, because the clips, after a period of time, they would like dig in, and I could feel my hair being weighed down, and like especially on the hot days I was like, I can't be wearing these. I loved them, but it was a lot to manage when I had my hair in extensions. I used to I did take really good care of them though, because the quality of them were really good, and I think I washed it maybe once every couple of days. I would shampoo them lightly, condition them, and I would even deep condition them as well, because they were like real hair and I wanted to keep the maintenance of it as long as possible, and didn't like it when it started to look a little bit greasy, because it did look quite greasy quite quickly sometimes, because of where my hair, when you put products in, it just soak everything in. The extensions, because it was a completely different hair type, basically like straight wavy hair, the grease would kind of start to make it look greasy and not really nice looking. I'd sometimes get away with it of having my hair in plaits, like I would just wear them down like plaits like this, like a tiger lily, like an Indian princess, which I've always thought was quite nice, and I loved it when I had it like that. Or I'd have it in a long plait like Katniss Everdeen, and yeah, that was really it with the extensions, and I stopped using them just because it was getting to the point that my hair could not my hair, just my head. Sometimes I couldn't even think most days. But yeah, I stopped with the extensions, and we found this like hair product that we used for my scalp for like hair growth. So we used that, I can't remember the name of the hair food, but it had this amazing mango smell, and it was like a pudding sort of look one, and that's what we used to use on my hair when it was like short, and even the straightening as well. I didn't really have to straighten it as much because it was just a lot easier, and my hair did get a lot better after that point as well of having it cut, and it took about a year for my hair to grow back to that length of where it was, which was up to here when it was straight. Can't remember what it was like when it was like curly. I think when it was curly it was probably up to here roughly. So at that point I was 17. It was when I was 17, 18, coming up to that point, I started to think, maybe I should stop straightening, because I was thinking there was so much time that I was like, that was being used up in other places. I was like, I haven't got time for my hair to keep straightening it like this, and I was getting fed up with the heat, and I thought I need to probably consider trying having it curly. And I saw this image, I think it was first, of what curly hair could look like, and I was in awe of it because I thought, this is so beautiful. And I came across this hair blog, I can't remember the name of the hair blog, but it actually completely changed my thought of straight hair, wanting to have straight hair, to actually have curly hair. And I thought, you know what, maybe this could be a lot easier and my hair could look like that. And so that was my driving force of like, right, I need to change my routine on curly hair. And I was 18, I was like, finally, let's start looking to go natural. So I did a lot of research, like so much research. I remember staying up quite late certain nights just looking at different websites. I came across naturallycurly.com, I think, around then as well. just trying to find out like curl pattern and curly hair maintenance, because that was something I never really knew fully well of, how to maintain the curly hair and make it look curly and make it not frizzy looking, because my hair was always sort of frizzy looking, which is why I didn't really enjoy having it natural before. So I learned that I needed to shampoo my hair every 2 weeks, was something I started to do. I started to condition my hair more, and deep conditioning was something I started to do more as well, and a leave-in product. And because I knew my hair was, of course at that point, I understood the term transitioning hair. So what transitioning hair is, I'm going from having relaxed straight hair or even like damaged hair, which my hair was like really damaged, and you're allowing it to grow out your natural hair, and you're cutting off slowly over time your damaged ends, so your new hair growth and your natural hair comes through. And your natural hair of course won't be affected by like any heat during that time either. Dyeing is something as well, and you're looking to like just allow it to be healthy. So that's what transitioning is. Just allow it. It's basically the opposite of the big chop, which is, the big chop is where you completely get rid of all of your damaged ends and you go like super short, or like short up to here and here roughly, of just having your natural hair, and then you just let your natural hair grow out. So I thought transitioning is a lot better for me, because I don't feel confident to have my hair super short, and I thought I don't think I could wait forever for my hair to grow out. So with that, yeah, used the leave-in conditioner, and I would braid my hair at night, and then I would undo the braiding the next morning, and I would have it sort of like curly wavy sort of looking. I would always have my hair up either in a bun, side ponytail, or a low bun, or a plait, and allow like a wavy fringe sort of look on my hair. And I'd always have accessories. So accessories was something that I would use a lot as well. I had more headbands and clips around that time to help like disguise the transitioning hair, of the damaged hair, and the new hair growth. So it just made it look more of a finished look as best as possible. And yeah, that was something that I did more often. And I started to just try and increase my knowledge each time as well. And of course during that time I did get frustrated quite quickly with my hair, because I was like, I've been doing this for a month, how comes there's no change? I didn't really understand the concept well enough that it's not an instant result of like boom, I'll get curly hair because I'm taking care of it. It's a journey, and a journey is little steps, and those little steps will become big steps before you know it. So I wanted the end result as soon as possible, but of course that's not the way it works. It takes a lot of time. Like this took 3 years to get back to here. So I mean the time's flown by, but 3 years does sound like a long time at the same time, if that makes sense. So that was my curly hair regimen. Just leave-in conditioner and braiding it every single night, combing it and detangling my hair. I started to use water more in my hair as well to help keep the moisture into my hair. And it was when I went to uni my knowledge of curly hair developed even further, because at the time when I went to uni I made a friend, and I told her like how I was like trying to grow my hair out, and her hair was such a beautiful curly hair as well. I envied it so much because it was like the curly hair that I wanted. But at the time, of course, I was always looking at other people's curly hair, not focusing on my own curly hair. And she explained to me like, oh, there's this YouTube video that you should watch, and she shared it with me on Facebook. It was a video by Seamus Meyer, who done this video, I think it's called World of Curls, she calls it, and it shows all the different curly hair types and patterns as well. And I have to say, that video, I was like, wow, it was so nice to see like curly hair like that, and to see how they're wearing it out and so confident about it as well. And I thought, that's how I want to be confident and proud of wearing my curly hair out. And of course she explains really well, like all of them do explain really, really well, of how they take care of their hair and what products to use and what. I watched that video so many times, it was unreal, just to understand the products they used. And then I started to find out, I watched more of her videos of curly hair journeys, came across other girls as well on YouTube, such as Sunkissed Alba was something I watched, a lot of her videos on curly hair routines. Summer Kelsey was another one I watched, and the Glams twins, all of those girls were my favourite to watch, and because they gave so much knowledge and so much information that was so interesting and so valuable, knowing how to maintain my curly hair. So through them I found out about the curly girl method, which was something I didn't know at all during my first part of my curly hair journey. It was through those YouTube videos that I found out like what curly girl method is, and through naturallycurly.com as well, and understanding like what products to avoid. So that's when I started to realise the products that I was putting in my hair weren't moisturising my hair enough, because they were all products that had all the harsh chemicals such as sulfates, silicones, parabens, mineral oil, things that were coating my hair, things that were stripping my hair of the moisture that it needed. Because I used to get frustrated that my hair would sometimes just still feel very dry, despite the fact that it was transitioning hair, but it was very, very dry, my hair back then. So I was like,